Be patient, bro. God is writing your story. God has already had it on a script. He already wrote it down on one of them old school pens on a sheet of paper. He already wrote down what your future's gonna be, right? He knew what your life was gonna be. He knew where you were gonna start and how it's gonna finish. He knew what direction you were gonna go in. He knows what direction you're thinking of going in. But guess what? He knows your journey. I see people all the time, they struggle with their journey. They don't enjoy life really. They don't enjoy just because they don't feel success right in the moment that they struggle with it, that they have to be at their destination right now. And I know a lot of people, myself included, who think about the past and who don't know how to move on from the past and who don't live in the present because your present affects your future. If you don't realize this, let me say this one verse for you. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2-3. Write the vision, make it plain on tablets, so he may run who reads it. Right? Think about that. Write the vision, right? You need to be playing your vision, right? God has a vision. God will make way for your vision, right? If he sees fit. But first you have to have a vision of your goals and your dreams. Make it plain on tablets, right? Make it plain. Write it in your journal. Write it down. Have a picture of it on your phone. Have a picture hanging up on your wall, on your back wall, over your bed. Where you want to be in the next year, where you want to be in the next couple months, where you want to be in 20, 30 years from now. Where do you want to be? Are you going to allow God to write your story? You need to allow him to take hold of your future. I know a bunch of people who talk about how they don't want to work at their 9-to-5 jobs. I don't blame them, right? But some of them aren't trying to make a way to start maybe their own business or trying to work somewhere else. Work somewhere where they actually enjoy it rather than just trying to get a bag out of it, right? Everybody talking about, oh, I'm gonna run up this bag. Well, guess what? If you don't enjoy it, then the bag only does so much because the bag is gonna eventually run out. But guess what? Your happiness, if you're just depressed and you're sad, then that's just gonna be there until you find something that makes you happy. But that's why self-love is so important. I get all these self-improvement dudes talking about, don't show emotion. You know what I'm saying? Don't look to self-improve because you're already your best self, right? No, you should be trying to elevate. You should be trying to be elevating every day in every single aspect. If you're not elevating, what is the point? If you're not elevating specifically number one in the Lord, what is the point? That's probably the biggest thing I learned from the sermon is to diligently seek Christ. Like you diligently and you intentionally seek a better grade, seek a bigger paycheck, a bigger role, right? A bigger life, right? A better relationship. Just, you looking for that passion, like you pursue these many things. That's how you should be pursuing Christ because Christ is the only one who can give you the life you want. The life you want comes from Christ, right? That's why I like Habakkuk so much because once you write the vision, it's hanging up on the wall. If God gives you trials and errors in that journey, it was meant for you. Don't look at your journey as where the slip-ins and the slip-ups have been as a downfall, as a pitfall, as oh man, now I'm never gonna reach my goal. I'm never gonna reach my journey. Even the place you think you wanna go, even the place you think that you will be in the next 10 years, that may not be where you are in the next 10 years. You may be going a whole nother path where you're doing something you love, something different, your purpose, something you never thought. God is writing your story right now as we speak. And as you're watching this video, he's even thinking about you all the time. He's thinking about, where you should go. He's putting in your mind. He's putting you in dreams at night of where you should be going, where your head should be at, where your heart should be going, how you should be thinking. He doesn't want you to dwell on your past mistakes, your past failures, because behind every single thing God has done for you and everything he's brought you with and brought you through, all that had a purpose. Everything has a purpose under Christ. And if you're not willing to learn that and willing to know that, then you won't ever know what your fulfilled purpose is under Christ. And recognize this. If you think about it, every single Bible character had a purpose, right? Jonah, who got swallowed up by a fish. That served a purpose for Jonah. It woke him up to who God really was. Instead of him running away from God, trying to run away from his problems, God was like, okay, you're going to keep playing around. I'm going to put you in this big fish, and you're going to learn the hard way, right? Now, there's some negative, characters that went through negativity who didn't, obey God and didn't have the obedience towards God, right? But then there's some who were believers and had that faith who still went through rough things, right? I got a person like Joseph, right? Joseph, coat of many colors. Y'all know who that is. Coat of many colors. He had his brothers hated him. They hated him brutally. Hated him so bad they sold the man. Sold the boy. Right? One of the young ones in the group. He got sold. For how many? 20 pieces of silver. Ain't that crazy? Think about this. What do you think the purpose behind Joseph was? Because Joseph had a dream he shared with his brothers, in which caused his brothers to hate him. But the dream wasn't just a dream created out of dust. God gave him that signal, God gave him that purpose, God gave him that dream. That's something you're probably missing out on right now. That dream, that purpose. You're not seeing something clearly. We all struggle with not seeing things clearly sometimes, not reading signs, not reading people's hearts, minds, mentalities. Because either one, they're not that strong in their faith. Two, they weren't gifted with that ability. Three, we're human, we're not psychics. So, what I'm trying to tell you is your purpose, your story. Enjoy your story. Don't get depressed, don't get sad, don't get brought down into your own pity. Because your story is special. You just gotta lean on God to write it, to finish it, to be the author, right? All you gotta do is tap into your word, tap in with God, talk to Him, pray to Him. That's all you have to do. And I'm talking to you from a dude that's just started his freshman year of college, and who didn't have or didn't know a path to start on. So it's like, if you can relate to me, you know what I'm saying? If I'm saying this and I'm finding my way, you can find your way. There's no excuse. God already has your story written out, but how will you respond? Will you listen to God? Will you lean on Him? Is your faith strong enough? Are you going to allow the Holy Spirit to work within you and work in your heart? Are you going to allow it? But those are answers you need to comment down below. Will you? If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new. If you want to grow spiritually in the Lord, if you want to self-improve, this is the channel for you. Make sure you like, share this video with your friends, because I know somebody out there needs it. So, God bless.